Welcome to the check-in.
Welcome back to the check-in, y'all.
How are you doing, friend? I mean, we gonna get into it because today we talk about the devil has been busy.
Yeah,
So
so busy.
I would love to see how you're doing before we get into the topic.
Well, seeing that I've been his business for a little bit, it's not good. It's not good.
It's not.
Last night was the first night I got like legit sleep.
Oh.
Yeah, we've been struggling trying to sleep, calling out of work because we can't sleep. And then but Friday was cool because Friday I was been depressed, but I had some mania on Friday, so we got to put up the Christmas tree.
You got to put up the tree.
And
Christmas is alive.
Yeah, it was late. It came late this year, but we did that. But that's the lunchable version of we're not sleeping, and it's not good.
It hasn't been a good time.
No, not at all. Every time I think about, wow, I got to do this for, I don't know, at least another 50 years. I don't know how long I'm going to be alive. I'm just like, wow. And I got to do this without sleep? Like, God, are you mad at me? What did I do?
Yeah.
What about you, though? Like, how's things?
So, so I've been having the opposite situation. I've been sleeping too much because I've been
How about that?
well, that's kind of like a lie and kind of the truth. So I stay up all night, right, and then I'll sleep during the day. So that's when I say during the day I'm sleeping way too much. But it's because at night I'm going to bed at like
5 a.m.
I'm pushing it back down to like 2 a.m. And then hopefully, in another few weeks, we'll get down to like maybe 9:30. Maybe.
I'm sorry, how many weeks did you say? A few or a two?
A few.
A few.
Yeah. So maybe like
By like January, end of January. End of January? Not even end?
I was going to say next December, we could have a very good, we can have a very healthy sleep
I
hygiene
like how you're pacing yourself.
regimen. Yeah. I mean, we don't want to listen.
Rush to sleep in.
The last thing I want to do is disappoint myself even more because
Oh,
life is
okay.
already high.
All right.
I mean, life is already hard, not high.
It could be both.
Listen.
Truly.
But that's what I've been dealing with. I've been a little stressy with my job situation, but we'll get into it. And because of that, I've been definitely like, I just saw this one meme where it's like, you can't mistakey if you're not awakey. And it really resonated with my soul because I'm tired of making mistakes.
It hurts mine because when you're always awakey, is it
You're
constant
always
mistakey?
constant mistakeys. Yes, absolutely. So yes, that's been me. And today we're gonna be talking about how the devil's been busy.
Yeah, all year, really.
All year. We're gonna talk about the lessons we've learned from our biggest heartbreaks, disappointments, etc., etc.
You're
With friends, family, and work, correct?
and relationship, if you have been in relationship.
Oh yeah, friends, relationship. I mean, just
Situationships.
all the.
Yeah, make sure to say that so you don't feel left out. Yep.
A situation. Oh my God, I didn't think we were gonna do this so soon.
Welcome to the check-in.
Welcome to the check-in. All right, so do you want me to start it off?
Oh yes, you're moderating today, so do your thing.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna just jump into work
I knew you're going with work first.
because work has really got me super fucked up.
Yeah, as they do.
Yeah, so I think this year I've really come into my wow, you are low key a bad bitch. You are high key an extraordinary person. And all these niggas keep treating you like you basic. Like it's really just been a self-reflective year, and I've noticed that more so in work. So the job that I have, I'm not gonna name no names because I'm still here for a couple more days. It's a nonprofit. It was a dream job opportunity that really fell into my lap in 2020 or 2021. It was like mid-pandemic. They were like, "Hey, we're fully remote. We always have been. Why don't you come work for us? It's gonna be great." And I was like, "OMG, my job is about to go back to business as usual. I don't subscribe to that. And I would love a fully remote job.
Yeah.
So I hopped my ass on over there. I quit my other job. I was like, oh, this is going to be a great opportunity. Like, I've always wanted to volunteer for this organization and like work for them. And I saw myself being there for my last final job. It was going to be great.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been there for about a year and some change, maybe coming up on 2 years now. I think. I my LinkedIn will know the exact dates, but it's like a year and more than 6 months I've been there, and this job has really it's gassed me up. It's given me empty promises. It's definitely, there have been people that have pretended to be in my corner but weren't in my corner. There's been some backstabbing. There's been just a lot that's happened at this one very, very small organization, and it's been kind of parading itself under the guise of like, oh no, we're nice and we're a healthy work environment.
Oh, and for context for y'all, there's no HR department. So
There's
before,
no HR department.
anybody's like, go to HR.
Yes.
There's no
There's
HR.
no HR department. It is the HR department are the people that I don't like. And they are not part of HR. It's just the now executive director and the deputy director. And it's just like, let me just talk. Okay. So before there was a transition in roles and everything like that, who was at the top, the executive director at the top, who, renamed her title, the CEO. She was a wonderful black woman that tried to sister girl me. She was just like, come into my bosom. I'm going to take care of you. You are going to be protected. You are a bright, young black woman. I got you. And so I believed that shit. I believed all of that. And I went to this woman. I shed tears in front of this woman virtually. But still, like, she saw me cry twice.
Which is crazy because like I don't even really see her cry. Like I see her cry, she laughs too hard. That's pretty much it.
Crying from laughter is a beautiful thing. You should try it sometime, guys.
Crying regularly is also okay.
Well,
Okay.
differing opinions.
Okay.
I don't cry that much, right? So it was a big deal that, I came to this woman in a very vulnerable state and I trusted her and blah, 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 blah. So fast forward to the new year, January, more transitions are happening, all positive changes. Everything's going good. She's like, hey, I want you to be in a new position. I want you to kind of build out our pro bono attorney program and, just be the person behind that project. Like, you are in charge of that. You can do whatever you want. And I was like, great, this is amazing. This is going to give me a little bit more experience in something that's more legal adjacent to what I'm doing. Like, they had me doing intake for a while. They hired somebody else and they're like, see, you're not going to be doing intake forever. But it's just like, I ended up still being pigeonholed in that intake position. So the pro bono attorney program was a good opportunity for me to kind of like spread my wings and be a peacock. So I was really excited for that. When we were like, fast forward like a little bit into the year, the pro bono attorney project that I was like in charge of, it's just started getting more and more out of my hands and more like in control of other people. And I was just like, you niggas got me fucked up. Like, what is going on here? Like, why are you taking control of a project that's supposed to be mine, telling me I can't do X, Y, Z, then telling me that the project is only going to be limited to our clinics? Like, we're only going to have pro bono attorneys for, whenever we do these rushed, janky ass clinics that I was not really in charge of. If I was in charge of the clinics, they would have been different. They would have been like actually helping people. But I feel like the way the clinics were ran with this organization, it was just to me grant requirements. Everything about this organization, it was like, let's check shit off of our grant checklist instead of making sure we actually do proper work. And I wasn't really getting down with that. So the pro bono attorney program really slipped out of my hands. And then all of a sudden, my black woman savior just quit and like didn't give me a heads up, didn't have any type of communication. Like when she announced that she was leaving, literally nobody knew she was looking for a new job. Nobody knew. So it came as a total surprise. And you know, that's your right. We're all at will employees. You can leave whenever you want to, but if you are taking it upon yourself to be like a mentor and a leader for some people and things,
Also telling them, hey, if you're trying to leave, let me know.
yeah, like she told me, thank you. You're
Mm-hmm.
reminding me of very key parts.
Yeah, I got you. I got you.
We had some an attorney leave in the springtime, kind of in the same fashion, very randomly. And so she, did her little speech during our team meeting and was like, if anybody's trying to leave, just give me like a heads up. Like, give me like, she low key was asking for a 2 week notice
Mm-hmm.
if we were planning on leaving. Because that loss that we had with our attorney, that was our only Virginia attorney.
Mm-hmm.
And it really put us in a really like uncomfortable situation. But fortunately, we were able to pivot and have somebody else fill her role pretty quickly. But then, like a month or two later, our CEO quits. And she's just like, yeah, I'm going into environmental, like, I'm going into a whole different field. Like, has nothing to do with sex trafficking, has nothing to do with legal work, has nothing to do with any of the shit that we've been doing. I'm leaving you bitches. Bye. Deuces. And as a result of her leaving, the person that I confided in her and told her, like, I'm having a problem with this person. This person is very sneaky. Like, this person moves ugly behind the scenes. This person doesn't like me. That person was next in line to take her job. And the fact that she didn't give me any warning that that person was going to be my new boss, I was like, wow,
Mm-hmm.
you got me fucked up. So, with that experience, that was a huge heartbreak for me because I need to separate work relationships with like my emotional state of mind.
Mm-hmm.
I need to learn to, you know, and this isn't for everything, but like for this situation and where I'm at in my career, I really don't need any more new friends. I know last year I said that everybody rejoiced. I mean that this year, because my circle is pretty close knit, pretty tight. I understand the personalities that I'm around now, and I just don't have time. I don't have time to get to know people. I don't have time to be vulnerable with the wrong people. I don't have time. So, with that instance, with work, I definitely think that it was just a situation where I didn't know myself and I wasn't confident and I wasn't secure in who I was. And so I opened up to somebody that probably didn't deserve
Mm-hmm.
my vulnerability. And when that person kind of left, it triggered like a whole hell of a lot of like childhood abandonment
Mm-hmm.
trauma that I didn't even know was laying dormant.
Mm-hmm.
I was really crushed. And I was talking to my therapist about it. And she was like, like, it's fine to be angry, but is your anger misdirected in some type of way? So I had to sit with that and I had to kind of go through that and I had to like be like, yeah, this is like some mommy daddy issues. Like I'm really just mad at that. But like what she did was still shitty, but it shouldn't be so much where it should like cause me to lose sleep at night.
Mm-hmm.
So, with that lesson learned with work, now I'm moving different. These bitches have no idea who I am. Like, just now that, things are changing and I'm leaving this job and I'm saying more about some of the stuff that I have going on outside of the work, they're just like, oh my God, you plan events, you curate, you do that, you work with artists. We didn't know you like music. Yeah, I do. I do all those things.
Mm-hmm.
I'm an extraordinary person, and all y'all see is that I do intake.
Mm-hmm.
That is how you know me. That is how you chose to know me for the past year and some change. Like, you didn't ask me what my interests were. You didn't ask me what I wanted to do. You didn't care. And so now I'm going to shine without you bitches. And you could just watch from the sidelines. And I'm not throwing you any money at all. Like we were talking about nonprofits we wanted to support last night, and I'm just like, man, I wish I had a situation where I would like directly work with a nonprofit that I respected. I don't. Not anymore. Not anymore. So that's my spicy lessons learned.
Okay.
Yeah, for work.
Okay, for work.
Yes.
All right. So, hard to follow up.
Don't even think of it like that.
It's okay. I will. I did. It's too late. I don't have anything spicy for work. I put my peen on the table at work.
She really does. It's huge.
I don't. We don't have no problems. We don't have any problems at work.
No problems, big
So
fellow.
the only thing that I've learned, which is not really a heartbreak, but just a small lessons learned, is that the job that I have currently was a step down. In pay, it was a substantial increase. Substantial.
Flex on them.
So I can't I can't complain about the monies because the monies is right. I went from a job where I worked with a very small team, but everybody carried their weight. Everybody did what they were supposed to do. And after leaving that team, because I was the only person who did what I did, I was overworked. I was taking my laptop on vacations. And then there was this choice of, do I just actually enjoy my vacation and come back and be upset because they didn't destroyed all my processes and everything is broken? Or do I take it with me and just do a little bit of work while, I'm there and go, all right, well, I'm just going to have to work a little bit every time I leave this job for quote unquote vacation because it's easier than having to fix problems when I get back. So that was a situation there, but I loved my team. Everybody worked. To come to a newer team where it's like, all right, my role was diminished. Like they definitely said like, hey, you're a senior. You're not going to be a senior here. Is that fine? I looked at the paycheck. I was like, we good.
Ain't no problem.
Ain't no problems over here.
Ain't no problem.
And then to come in, there's a team of people who do what I do. So I'm not working by myself. But I found myself like halfway through this job doing the tasks of somebody who would be a senior. And the actual senior was real chill and laid back. Like he wasn't like, oh, don't worry about that. He was just letting me do all this work. So I'm like, I had to think about it. I was like, wait. I don't get paid to do all this stuff. And it's the worker bee in me that's like, all right, I know that I do a good job. I want to do a good job. If somebody's asking for something and somebody's taking too long or they taking, I can do it right then and there. I do it. Nah, we done with doing that. We not doing that no more. So I've since scaled back a little bit, and I've had some people like, hey, are you okay? I'm fine. You need something?
My job.
Because it sounds like this is a senior problem, and I ain't no senior. So that's the only thing I learned. It wasn't really a heartbreak. It was just like all right, you got to decide who you want to be at this job. Because you're not going to be Jesus here.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be Jesus here. Like, they pay you to do a specific thing, and so you need to keep doing that thing. Now, they did try to put me in a different role, and they was double tasking me, and I had a whole, that whole summer, I was just like, I know I didn't told these people I'm not doing this. But I was trying to help. I was like, they're trying to get somebody new in the role, but it went from 2 weeks to 3 weeks to 2 months. And I'm like, y'all pay me to do one job and this ain't
it.
So I'm not doing it. And then there was can you? No. Because I told you, and I was calling people on vacation because if my job gonna be hard, you don't get to relax while you gone from work. I'm sorry. You ain't fixed this before you left. We in it together. So I was flabbergasted. I was just like, you guys really are taking advantage of my kindness, but any job you go to, they gonna do that. So I had to just come back into my savageness and go,
work boundaries.
Oh, okay. Y'all saw me helping and thought I was just gonna continue to help out of the goodness in my heart. Why are you not giving me no more money? I gotta work extra hours and I gotta train somebody else. You got me all the way fucked up. So
yeah,
that's okay.
That's
so
okay.
Yeah, now people just go, hey, are you okay? Yes. Thanks for asking. And that's it. That's no heartbreaks really with work. It's nothing that couldn't be fixed with an adjustment on my end.
Yeah, you're very assertive at work.
I was setting weird expectations for people. And so when I have to look at it like that, like I've shown them nothing but I'm going to step up no matter what.
Yeah.
So I had to go, oh, sorry, that's not who I am as a person. I'm not going to step up no matter what. I'll step up for some cash.
Yeah.
But then I remember you asked me, like, if they gave you more money, I don't want no more money. I want less work. That's it.
Yeah.
So that's all I got for work.
Girl, Lord. Damn, is it back to me?
Yeah.
All right, situationships. I keep looking at the clock because I want to give myself like 10 minutes for all these things. All right, listen. 2 people got me fucked up. 2 people. 2 of them. But I will admit, and this is accountability, this is recorded accountability, I was moving kind of sneaky. Okay? Like,
explain. Now I'm intrigued.
So, you shouldn't go after 2 people that are friends at the same time.
I can't say that I haven't, so I will be quiet. Go ahead.
So, like, that's on me. Like,
Is it?
yes, that was me doing the most. But
disagree.
Okay, that's up for debate, and we could debate that. But like, okay, so what happened? So me, I love pulling people that I couldn't pull in the past, but now I don't love that shit no more. Because if you didn't want me way back when, you don't deserve me now, bitch. Get out of my DMs. Like, I'm so over that phase in my life, and I'm really happy that I hit that right before I turned 30, because that's a really slippery slope to go down. Because, you know, I think when you have that state of mind, it is like there's a part of me that likes the emotional manipulation, like, oh yeah, blah blah blah, or you're going after people that don't deserve you in the first place. You see what I'm stepping in? Kinda, sorta.
Kind of, sort of.
Kind of. I mean, it might be a stretch. You might have to do some Pilates.
It's just that we come from 2 different places. Because I'm introverted, so like I don't seek.
Exactly.
And when I sought to seek,
exactly,
that man was weird.
I need to stop seeking,
and he continued to be weird.
But that is where I'm at in life. I'm at a point where I'm not seeking anymore. If you like me, then it could just be natural. It doesn't have to be forced. It doesn't have to be me inserting myself into your life or you inserting yourself into my life all the time. If we see each other, cool. If we don't, whatever. Like, I've been this year, I would say my loneliness has literally just been, damn, I wish I had somebody that could bring me food. That's about it. Other than that, my peace.
DoorDash do that, baby.
I know. But like my peace, nothing can beat that right now. And I think all last summer, my peace was just, I was disrupting my own peace. These people that I was seeking were disrupting my peace. And so no more. But
such a beautiful thing to hear.
I know, right? I was really concerning so many people in the tribe. So there was...
We would talk about you too.
Bruh, everybody needs to relax. We made it through. Because you have to go through these and you have to learn your lessons. You don't think so?
I listen to the elders. There's not a lot of things that I like to learn by trial and error.
Oh, I like to learn, but like right now, I think I'm at the let's listen to my elders type of space. Hopefully. We don't know how long that's going to last. I'm a Sag. I march to the beat of my own drum.
She doesn't like rules.
I don't like rules.
Or being told what to do.
Don't tell me what to do. I'm going to do it. So...
You're upsetting. You're so upsetting.
I know. So yes. So let's start with the guy. So yeah, we're going to go there. I went to the prestigious University of Maryland, Baltimore County. And, there were some people that went to that school that from afar, I was just like, I wonder what would happen. I wonder what would happen if I pulled them aside.
Gross.
I know, but hey, it happened, okay? We're just being honest and accountable here.
Right.
Right? So when we were at the University of University of Maryland, Baltimore County. We did not pull those people. We kept to ourselves. We studied. We were in pre-med, and then we had a midlife crisis, and we stopped pre-med, and we just finished out our major. We did, like, I had no situationships, no relationships, no nothing in college. I really was chilling.
Probably so much more peace.
Yeah, I mean, I did have fun. Like, I was just that friend homie. Like, I'm pretty sure I wasn't liked by like one person because I was too much of a friend homie to her man, but like, I was just a friend homie. I really didn't have any ill intentions.
I'm not gonna ask no questions. Go ahead.
So, yes, I didn't pull nobody in college. I kept to myself. So, fast forward to last summer, I'm just like, wow, I really need attention for some reason. I went through
For some reason.
I went through a really bad, shitty ass, boo boo ass breakup with somebody again from my past that used and abused my just second chance nature and ended up cheating on me. So I was just like, man, fuck that bullshit. It's summertime, it's hunting season, let's go play. So
Summertime.
I'm like going to these little events with this dude and, hanging out, getting to know him, nothing too crazy. And then I go to a yoga class with him, right? I go to a yoga class with him.
Mm.
And I'm there for this guy. I am. Hand on the notebook. I am there for the guy. But then I see the yoga instructor who is a girl.
Mm.
And I'm just like, what is happening to my brain right now? Like, I ain't never, like, not a person like in front of me, but like I've had girl crushes on Mel B, Beyonce, like
Mel B.
Mel B was my first girl crush.
Okay.
Yeah, that was when I knew. I was like, oh, you like bad bitches. Okay, cool. So I was just like, wow, real life crushes with girl. Okay. Okay, let's see how this goes. And so I started talking to this yoga instructor, like completely ignoring the guy I was there for. Just out of sight, out of mind. I was like, I don't even see this nigga. Like, what is happening to my schemes? I am really being thrown off course here. Like, just bamboozled.
This is why God makes, he has these two people that he's like, all right, this is your friend partner through life because they have the eyes that are different from your eyes, the eyes that see the different things.
Yes.
So when I went to the yoga class, I was like, this one?
So
The one
listen, okay, so that was the reaction from most of the tribe. Most of the tribe was just like, this is the girl that pulled you? Like, for real? Like, I have bad bitches in the tribe, right?
Yes.
Like,
many.
All my friends are attractive. So they were just like,
what is happening here?
What is happening here? Like, her over me? Like,
I was so confused.
So it was, listen, it was the energy, honestly. It was the first sight, like seeing her and like being attracted. I was like, wow, this is a really gorgeous woman. And then getting to know her, the personality was like, and I told you, I was like, I'm either getting best friend energy or like soulmate energy from her. And you were like, your best friend slot is taken. So
it's truly like all of those places were full. And then I didn't like how ambiguous this woman was. And so like I've said before, hashtag my slogan, I don't like being confused. I get confused, I get angry. It's not a good time. So I'm just like, you said this to her and she did what?
Yes.
Wait, what?
So
just ask her directly.
That too. You were getting in my ass about shooting my shot. You were just like, you're being a pussy. And I'm just like, bro, I don't even know what is like, this is just a whole woman. Like, I don't know the territory with this.
I know in my heart and in my head, I was like, she ain't not it, and I need her to ask the direct questions so my friend could also see that she's not it,
Yeah.
so that we can move on.
Yeah.
That was probably like 90% of my frustration. I was like, I don't like this young woman.
Yeah, because it was very long and drawn out. So the whole thing between me and her, and it was like very one-sided, but I'm going to get into within like the next 5 minutes because I'm trying to keep this at 10 minutes. I'm going to say it ended up with me expressing feelings and those feelings not being returned. However, we had a very, very, very emotionally intimate summer together. Like, we were hanging out every single week after we went to that treehouse and just chilling in the park, smoking, talking, being vulnerable with each other, like really getting to know each other, really being our weird, genuine selves with each other. And it was beautiful. And I really, in that moment, I was just like, wow, like I really don't like your friend. Like the guy that I thought I liked, like he is not meeting the criteria or the check marks that you're checking off. Like when I'm getting to know you and hanging out with you. And even when we were around other people, we just had best friend energy. And people would ask us like, oh yeah, how long have y'all been friends? And I was like, I just started hanging out with this bitch like this summer. Like we have not been friends for that long. But hanging out week by week, getting to know somebody like very intimately like that, I'm thinking, okay, this is the real deal. Let me just shoot my shot. I shot my shot, and that bitch was in the air for what felt like 7 years. Like she just completely ghosted me. Popped up and was like, oh, hey girl, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm chilling with my man this weekend. And I was like, what? What are you talking about? She's like, oh yeah, it's, remember that male friend I told you about? Well, we've been really getting close and really been blah 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 blah. And it's just like a whole different level. We talking about having kids and getting married, and I was just like, that's really fucking crazy because I was literally about to tell you I had a crush on you. And then again, minutes went by and she was like, wow, I really did the most telling you about him, didn't I? And I was like, you never mentioned him before now. Like, we've been seeing each other every week. Every week for the past couple of months. You never brought this nigga up. I was around this man and you ignored him. It was just me and you chilling. You were begging me to stay and for that nigga to go home. Like, what is happening? You treated me different.
She treated you like a fan.
You treated me like a fan. You did, and you didn't have to do all that. And so that happened. I ended up low-key telling her guy friend that I originally had a crush on. I was like, yeah, I fell for your friend really hard. And then I told her I liked her, and he was just like, oh yeah, that's just her spirit. Like, and I mean, even she said that to me. She was like, oh yeah, people have crushes on me. I didn't think it was that big of a deal. And I'm like, what is wrong with you and your warped reality of how much attention you need? Like, you really could have told me to ease up months ago. This shit didn't have to get drawn out to the point where I had to get my feelings hurt. And that was the situation that had me super fucked up. So, as revenge, I kind of did some things. I did some things that I shouldn't have did, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, the friend that I originally had a crush on, the guy, that should have never happened. Those things should have never happened.
What did we learn?
We learned that life is better on your own, basically. And you just...
Wow. Okay, that's the lesson.
The lesson is, I'm not going to chase people no more. Like, if you like me and you truly like me, because here's the thing that that young man said to me. I asked him, I was just like, okay, so what are we doing here? Are we just messing around? Are we just like, what's going on? Do you want to date me? What's the thing? And he was like, oh, well, I don't know you well enough to date you. You got me fucked up because we also were hanging out, not as often, but like we were hanging out last summer as well and getting to know each other. And like the internets would say we went on a date. I don't call it a date, but we definitely went on a date. We went on a date to a pretty decent restaurant in matching onesies, and he paid. I don't know if I want to date you. Huh? Nick, what? But you want me to?
I mean,
Okay.
they were both best friends.
They were both best friends that didn't
They
talk to each other.
they did similar things. They are twins.
Yes.
They're our twin nemesises, honestly.
Our evil fucking
Yes.
twins. Yes. So my lesson learned was that shit. What was my lesson, friend? I don't know. I'm still healing from that shit. I'm be honest.
Okay, well, I'm gonna say what my lesson was for my situationship. That wasn't a situationship. It was a full blown relationship. It was beautiful and it's like really lovely.
How cute.
But like I never thought ever in my life I would leave somebody that I was very compatible and happy with because of their mother. I was shook. I was shook. And so I'm not gonna get into all the deets because I mean we deep into the episode and there's a lot that could be said. It's somebody might be listening, but what the point and the purpose, the nevertheless, such as,
However.
is listen to your tribe because this one right here was telling me like this is disrespect. Why are you
Oh
entertaining
yeah.
disrespect?
Yeah.
I'm gonna do the quick car facts. Like my time was being demanded and not asked of. There was very terrible communication when I was offending this mother. She wasn't telling me, and so I was finding out after the fact, and then I'm panicking because I'm like I'm walking on eggshells. I don't disrespect people's parents. I'm very much like a closeted people pleaser, not
Yeah.
as out there as I used to be. Like I think I've tried to do better with that, but I definitely try to make people feel comfortable. But I do it at my detriment, and I got to work on that. But like I was really trying to do all the things. I had so much grace and patience for me to be called the ex's name, for me to not been communicated with directly, and the ex's name on multiple occasions. Like for me to have to like deal with this like atomic bomb fallout for these situations that didn't make sense to me. And each time there was a situation, I was the one I was having to adjust. And I end up rolling back all of my boundaries because I'm like, I really love this man. Like he's great. He's the best person I've been with thus far. Like I really don't want this relationship to end because of his mom. It did. August, I had to lay that relationship to rest because the like you said, like I'm sitting at the freaking dining room table crying because I'm just like, what is wrong with this lady and why doesn't she like me? Like I'm not even doing any, and I could be doing things to you, and I'm not. Like even my mom was just like, I don't like this. I don't like this for you. So my lessons learned was like, I need to listen to my tribe. When my tribe don't feel right about something, they're right. They're right.
Yeah.
Because they know me. They know me and what I'm willing to do for somebody, what I'm not willing to do, and what affects me deeply.
Yeah.
And I've really just kept putting that shit on the back burner. Like we're gonna figure it out. I really want this to work.
Yeah, and I kept asking you. I was like, "What are you waiting for? Like, what are you? Nothing has changed so far. So, like, why are you giving more opportunities and chances for you to get hurt?"
And that's what I ended up having to, I mean, that's what happened at the end of the day. So like this could have been avoided had I listened to the people that I was confiding in and telling them like, how this shit is folding, like unfolding. This probably could have been handled in at least by May this year. And it went out to August.
Yeah.
A little short of 1 year with this man, which, I still have hope that we might get back together and things might work better. I think the part that I played was just that I could have been more, I need to be work Tiffany, but in my personal life.
Yeah, bro. You're so like, oh man, you're such a badass in your work life.
Because I'm just like, I know these people are not, they're not permanent and we're
Yeah.
not friends and we don't need to get along because I'm here to perform a duty and then I leave. And in my personal life, it's hard for me to go, all right, I can perform a duty and leave. Like, you're here forever until you die. Like, I can't just like.
That's not true. And we know that. We've lost our fair share of friends.
No, I mean like family. Because that's his family, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't just go away. Like, he has to make you go away. I can't make you go away.
Yeah, that's true.
So there's social situations in my personal life that are a little more difficult, but that was the heartbreak, and it was a heartbreaking heartbreak. I was just like, wow, I really left this like almost perfect man because of his mama. But you know, since then I've been really happy and stress free. So like, and we still hang out. Like we still quote unquote in a talking stage right now. I'm not about to
talking stage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like there's no titles right now because I'm not finna just jump back in that. But yeah, that's that.
I would say okay. So I would say my lessons learned was compatibility isn't enough. You could be super, super compatible with somebody emotionally, spiritually, intellectually, but at the end of the day, there can be some other external factors that you have to take into consideration.
Like their personality.
Yeah, and if those aren't aligned with you and your personality or what you have going on with your life, then you have to reevaluate the relationship. So, like for me in my situationships, with the girl, it was like we were super compatible. Like to this day, if I see her, I'm gonna just be like, bro, I'm like the most compatible person that's gonna put up with your bullshit ever, forever and ever. Amen. But that's not enough. And like, if we're on different pages, then you just need to accept that and move on forward. With the guy, it was the same thing. It was like, oh, you don't know if you want to date me? That's fine. Our relationship, we don't have one anymore. We don't have to be friends. We don't have to, pretend. We don't have to do this weird back and forth because you wanted something from me, I wanted something from you, and we're both not going to be satisfied because we're not going to get those things.
That's like with the with the young man, as DJ Soul called him for so long. The young man.
The young man.
The young man.
Yes.
That's what I learned from him because I was just like, I was looking for something very specific from you, and I told you, and it was very clear. And you sat there and was like, oh no, it's not really what I want right now. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
For me to get what I want from another man, and then you turn around going, oh, let's double date.
No, let's not double date, bitch. Like you didn't want me.
There was a purpose for you, and the purpose is now on someone else. But so why are you popping up? Like, there's no friendship after that. Like, I want people to understand that at a certain point, if I go to the grocery store for a carton of milk, oat milk, almond milk, because, we don't drink cow milk out here. Unless it's lactose free. Anyway, if I go to the store for milk, there's no way that I'm leaving the store with a bag of Cheetos. Like, that's not what
I went there for.
Yes.
Yeah.
If I don't get my milk there, I'm going to go to another store until I get milk because that's what I need. That's what I'm looking for. So if you try to slide in my cart, oh, I'm some M&Ms. I don't need M&Ms.
I don't need M&Ms right now.
Make my oatmeal with M&Ms.
No.
I can't bake cinnamon rolls with M&Ms. Oh, there's no utility for you. Get the fuck.
There's no utility. That's what it was. There's no utility for you being in my life right now. Because I can't get what I need from you. You can't get what you need from me.
So why are we doing this?
Let's move on.
Goodbye.
Like, stop.
But there are really people in life that are just like, well, we can at least be friends.
No, we can't. I have enough friends.
I was looking for something that you could provide and you said no. So we're good.
Most definitely.
Thank you.
I was looking. See, your ask is far more innocent and wholesome. Mine was just like, bro, I was looking for dick and you didn't want to supply that. You didn't want to supply that. You were very clear about that. And I was like, okay, I'm going to respect it for a minute. But then like, why are we here?
Yeah.
Like, why am I in the back of your car? You not gonna give me nothing.
Right.
You're not gonna give me what I want.
Stop wasting my time.
Stop wasting my fucking time. And on that note, let's talk about family really quick.
Really quick, because I think we got like 10 minutes.
Let's do 5 and 5. Okay, let's do 4 and 4.
Okay.
I could do 4. Family, for me personally, I'm going to keep my family on the prayer list. You know, I am just, yeah,
4 minutes. Sorry.
yeah, because the issue that I'm having with my family, like the biggest heartbreak that I'm experiencing with my family is nobody in my family knows me anymore. They don't know the Sade sitting before you right now. They don't know the Sade that knows herself. They don't know the Sade that's confident, semi-confident in herself. They don't know the Sade that is learning to love herself and her flaws. You know the, panicky Sade, the insecure Sade, the scared Sade, the Sade that shrinks herself even more to appease other people's personalities. That's not me anymore. And, I'm experiencing, the evolution of relationships, with my mom. My dad is just that's a relationship that's always been
rocky,
fucked. But I mean, it's my mom, it's cousins, it's just people that I always thought we were in sync mentally. We're not anymore because I am changing. Like, I don't want people to be like, oh, she changed. Yes, bitch, I changed. I'm changing every day.
That's what humans are supposed to.
That's what humans are supposed to do. I am changing, and I am changing for the better. And if you can't see that, then, like, I have to set aside time to introduce myself to you. And right now, where I'm at in my life and the shit that I have going on, I don't have as much free time as y'all remember me having. I am not as available as I used to be because I was always there for people. Like, y'all know I hate phone calls, but certain people I will answer the phone because I know you need to talk shit out. I understand that and I want to be there for you. But like now I need to be there for myself. And so there have been conflicts that I've been having with family members, and I'm just like, I have to come back to this. I still love you. I still want the best for you. I still support you. But right now my energy is needed somewhere else, and that's for me. And so that's kind of what my biggest lesson learned with family is. Like, I just had a family vacation. It was wonderful on paper, but like emotionally, it was very triggering. And I kind of went through bullet by bullet with my mom, like the shit that was bothering me the whole time during that trip. And she was like, wow, I didn't even know that. And I'm just like, yes, because we think about these things now, because we are more mature now. We are in a different emotional state of mind now, and we need to protect ourselves. And so if I'm seeing patterns that are triggering me, I'm not going to want to be around those situations anymore. So like, I was very honest with my mom. I was like, family vacations, I don't know if I can do. I really can only be around y'all for like a day. That's about it.
Yep.
Because y'all don't know me anymore, and you guys aren't taking the time to get to know the new me, and that hurts. And I have to be in a state of mind where I'm ready to explain who I am to people. And I'm living my life without any explanation right now, and it feels really fucking freeing. And that's something that, people just don't appreciate. So that was my...
Look at you.
Hell yeah.
Almost to the second.
I love that clock. That's a good clock right there.
All right. So for my my nuclear family has been experiencing a shift. And this
Big
is
bro
new
was home.
I don't really talk about my family stuff. But my brother has come home.
He has a fine ass brother, y'all. I'm sorry. That was inappropriate.
My brother has come home. You're fired. I will leave you here if I drove.
I'm trying to be your sister. Come on now. Not
Are
for
you?
no. No.
Okay.
Not after.
Right.
No.
So see how you misleading these fans, these listeners.
I used to want to be her real sister. I used to want.
Things change very quickly. So I realized with my brother being back home, the dynamic that I have with my parents has changed a little bit. My brother is a wonderful person. I really, besides him having terrible time management, there's not a lot of bad that I can say about him. He's a genuinely sweet person, fun person. Even taking him to a random room with random individuals, they will come over and be like, "Is that your brother? He's so great." I know, thanks. So nothing bad to say about him, but his mere presence back home has caused a lot of shifting in my parents. And in turn, it is causing a lot of shift with how they are treating me, which I don't appreciate. I felt like I established with both of my parents who I was as a person. We were talking about that. Like, I don't like to be bothered. If I don't like want to hang out with you, I'm not. Like, unless there is an emergency or some, like, I'm seeing that you don't have other support, then I will show up. Other than that, leave me be.
Leave me be.
Leave me be. Like, one of my parents didn't even know where I lived for a little bit.
One of mine still don't know.
So I'm just like, I am very protective of my space now, especially considering like my parents are trying to know me. I think my mom does a really good job of listening. I think she still has some troubles, like kind of figuring like, oh, this is my kid now. But we still have a really good relationship. Whereas with my dad, I feel like it's a little harder for me to be like, hey, this it. This it. So I'm still like, the heartbreak is that I'm feeling like I have to reteach my parents how to be around me, and that the expectations that they had of me as a child with my brother, they're thinking it just goes right back to that. And I'm like, no, that man is grown. I am grown. We have a adult sibling relationship, as in we talk to each other and we hang out and we have fun. Not no, all right, Tiffany, remember all the emergency numbers. All right, brother, big brother, keep your sister safe. We don't do that no more. We're both our own people, and he hasn't been here. So it's just like, you know, there are things in my life that I had to step up in those areas. You know, when you come out of being with your family, there are several areas. It's not a bad thing. It's just like, you're in charge of yourself. You have to make smarter decisions. You have to learn different skills to take care of yourself. So it's, yeah, the heartbreak is just like, I have to reteach people how to be around me.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, we done already had these lessons, baby. Like, well, you passed the class. What's going on now?
You need a refresher?
So but yeah. So it's just like, what else am I supposed to do? So I've been really like not taking phone calls, not returning text messages. The emotional labor that I've been having to do to reteach is just not worth it right now. So I'm just like,
I mean, on top of you not sleeping, it's just a lot.
Yeah. So, like, if you don't have the bandwidth to actually sit here and listen and apply what I'm asking, like, don't text me, tell me to call you.
If I haven't been responding to you.
I'm busy. I'm busy and I'm dealing with my own shit.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much it. I mean, like we said, the devil's been busy in like every area. And we didn't even get into friendships. Friendships isn't.
I think friendships, I mean, for me personally.
No, we're not going to get into it.
No, I know. I was just going to say, like, he's been busy, but not super busy. I think he's been busier in other aspects of my life.
Okay. Okay. I don't know. I think there's one to talk about, but we're not going to say it here.
All right.
Because that was a big one.
That was a big one.
That was a big one. The big one. Okay, anyway. But yes, the devil has been very busy this year. And there's a lot that we didn't even, get straight into because it's a lot.
It is a lot.
It's a whole year of just kind of fuck shit that's been happening where it's like, I have to level up more.
Every month I'm leveling up, bro.
Because the devil don't sleep. He just be like, oh, you think you comfortable there? Let me show you still make poor decisions. Okay, all right. We didn't have to do that.
The devil has hands, y'all. And just, keep your defenses up. Keep your hands up at all times.
Yeah. And then listen to your tribe.
Listen to your
tribe. Keep your tribe tell them what's going on, too.
Tell them what's going on because sometimes they have sound advice. Sometimes they don't, but most times they do.
If they don't, you need to reevaluate your tribe.
Wow. All right. Well, on that note.
Oh, yeah. So,
This episode was brought to you by Digital Empath Studios.
It was truly in the last episode,
and the last
probably
episode.
the next couple.
Yeah,
really.
the next couple episodes too. It's cool over here.
Yeah,
Actually in a studio.
But I can't even remember.
Listen, remember to be kind to yourself.
Yes, be kind to others.
And remember to be that beautiful little galaxy that you're meant to be.
Yep, and get some sleep.
Get some sleep.
You don't, you won't remember your tagline at the end of your episode.
Amen for that. Keep your hands up. All right, bye.
Bye.